Hitman is the most video game a video game can be. Now, if you've never played Hitman, let me tell you a little bit about the premise of the game. Hitman is a sandbox. You're dropped into a location and you're given a target. You can pick your loadout, the tools of your trade, and drop in. And now that you're in, you can approach things in a different number of ways.
Get to work.
And more often than not, if it's your first time, you fully intend to get up close and personal and try to go for a headshot or maybe a good old-fashioned piano one. All my first runs are literally me moving as fast as I can to my target, getting as close as I can to get a headshot and bounce. And more often than not, I end up in multiple shootouts. And despite, getting my target, I always felt a little unsatisfied doing it this way. Happy, but not quite sated. So you run it again. Maybe this time we'll follow a story. This gets us up close and personal with our targets and gives us multiple ways to finish it. In one mission, you can disguise yourself as a world-renowned therapist and suffocate your target while they pour your troubles and their traumas onto you.
Shall we begin?
If you insist. So, Ether sends a specialist to rummage through my brain. They must think I'm losing it again.
Relax. Start by telling me what's on your mind.
Isn't it obvious? I'm under a lot of pressure. Work. Mother died last year. Stress manifests itself in the strangest ways, I am told.
Your mother, Isabella. Would you like to talk about her?
Look, I know what you're driving at. My neuroses, my anxiety, my social phobias. Not the least my pathological fear of women. It's all deeply rooted.
Go on.
I had a girlfriend, in high school. Pretty, too. Popular. And I was shy. Bookish. It shouldn't have worked. Not outside those stupid teen dramedies. But it did. For a short while, anyway. Then Mother decided that Emilio wasn't a good influence on me. So she paid the gardener's son to seduce her. He was 20, roguish, rode a motorcycle. Mother, she had pictures taken, showed them to me on prom night. Romantic love is fleeting, she said. Only a mother's love endures. What do you want me to say? I loved my mother. I hated my mother. Same as everybody else.
Isabella bullied you, shamed and belittled you, made you feel like a failure. All to keep you, her last and loyal son, from ever leaving too.
Stop it. I don't want to hear it.
Your mother was a monster. Is that not why you killed her?
What? How dare you?
You couldn't breathe. She smothered you, so you smothered her. Is that how it happened?
Yes! All right. I did it. I did it. Are you happy now? Is that supposed to be cathartic? Well, guess again, Doctor. Back to the drawing.
And in that same mission, you can disguise yourself as the lover of the other target and poison them as they pour your heart out to you.
It's me.
Roberto, Silvio let you off early?
I want us to meet. Your room.
I should say no.
But you won't. See you soon.
Candles, my favorite. You are impossible, Roberto. Look, don't talk. Just listen for a second. I like you, Roberto. You're a lot of fun, and I could even see this under the right circumstances. The situation, it's complicated. You see, Ether, the company I work for, they didn't just send me here to assist Caruso. They sent me here to spy on him. They fear he is becoming a liability, a threat even. And from what I have seen so far, I think they might be right. This could be dangerous, and I thought you deserved to know. So, well, now you know. Now, my bosses, they say you are a distraction, and they want me to break it off. So, I don't know. I feel so... Oh my God! The champagne! Roberto! How...
My personal favorite in this particular mission, Sapienza, you can replace the golf ball because the guy he's practicing his golf game. He's trying to learn to play golf. You can put an explosive golf ball in his little ball carrier, and he goes, bam, blows himself up. It's awesome. It's so much fun.
You'll ever learn? Caruso? Nah, he's got an actual handicap. You know, if I wasn't a badass bodyguard, I'd be a chef. Hear that? Go find out what that was.
Actually, and you know, that's not even my personal favorite level. In Hitman 2, there's a mission where you're tasked with hunting out this tech giant and his daughter, who's currently in the middle of like a Le Mans prototype race. You can disguise yourself as a steward and disqualify the other driver, causing her to win the race. Now, near the spot where I do this, there's a spot where both of the targets meet before the girl goes up, you know, accepts her trophy and is like, rah, rah, I'm the winner. And near that spot is a garbage can. You can put an explosive in that garbage can. And when the two meet, boom! You can also, in the same mission, you can find a vantage point and snipe that driver, causing a huge crash, killing her and a couple of the drivers. Or you can infiltrate the dad's company as a US government official and cause an autonomous weapon he has been meticulously designing to target and kill him. Or you can disguise yourself as a fast food vendor at his favorite food stand and poison him with his favorite food.
He's putting in his food, but I've sure got the munchies.
Hi there. Care for a taste?
So, what's good?
Everything's to die for, Mr. Knox.
Excellent. Maybe one of these.
Or you can push him in a fish tank and they'll eat him. Or you can drop a giant shark head on his head. Or You can get him to walk over a random puddle with a broken surge protector in the water, electrocuting him, or you can push him off a roof onto his daughter's car in the middle of the race, killing them both in one move. Or you can just wait till he goes outside to see if the food vendor is open and snipe him while he's out in the open. Or you can sneak in and strangle him quietly and hide his body in his office and no one will ever know you were there. Or he died till long after you leave. That's just one mission. That's not even all the ways you can do it. I love this game. This year, in 2025, IOI released a newly updated VR mode for the PS5. Obviously with use for the PS5, for the PSVR2. Unfortunately, this hasn't been released on PCs yet, which I sorely hope they do. Because I think the game is gonna be so much better. More so than it is now if they do that. Now, I already had World of Assassination on PC. I buy all the Hitman games because I've always loved the Hitman games. But having just recently gotten the PSVR2, I'm always looking for excuses to use it. And use it did I. I've cranked out nearly 200 hours in this game in just VR. I haven't even touched freelancer mode. I'm just straight up playing story missions and all the DLC and stuff. And they recently just put in a new mission where you can hunt down Lashif from Casino Royale, you know, the James Bond movie, because you know IOI is now making the James Bond game. And you can do almost everything in that mission to the letter, and you can play out the events like the movie, and the shit is cool as hell. If you didn't know this about me, know this now. I love James Bond. I love James Bond so much. I'm a huge James Bond fan. So this Lashif mission was released when they announced their new game, James Bond First Light, during this year's Summer Games Fest. And when I saw that, I was hype. I jumped in to the new Hitman DLC as soon as Summer Games Fest ended, and boy, oh boy, did I kill me some Mads Mikkelsen over and over and over again. I had so much fun.
47, come in, please.
I've been bested by Lashif.
It's under control, General. It's just a minor snag.
Oh.
It could be anyone. Oh, he'll talk.
He's gonna hit me in the balls with the rope. Oh wait, I took the rope. It doesn't look like he has his rope.
Let's not waste each other's time. Who are you? CIA? MI6? FSB?
Does it matter?
Well, it matters to me. Why are you here to kill me?
Now, when these 3 Hitman games released on their own, you know, I bought them all. You know, I wasn't at the time. I wasn't generally hype about it. But World of Assassination is just a cut above. It compiles all 3 games remade in the latest games engine, with all of the fixins of all of the games across all of the titles. Not to mention a steady drip feed of new content released regularly. I mean, right now we're in a season of the high stakes. You know, we got the Lashif mission and we're getting 8 elusive targets lined up until September 21st. New challenges, new featured contracts, and even new Twitch drops. Not to mention freelancer mode, which is like, it's a roguelike mode for the game where you hunt down random targets across the many maps. And you know, there's also all the player generated content that you can play, which gives the game hugely infinite. Like it's not a small infinity, it's a big infinity, Monica. It's so much content so long as people are playing it. There's a lot of content. The replay value is huge. So anyone who's been a fan of Hitman and VR for a while knows that Hitman has been previously released in VR, both PC and PS4. And even Hitman 3 got a standalone Quest 3 game. The Quest 3 version, because you know I had just gotten the Quest and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play some games. Hitman 3 was one of the first games I played on that headset, and I quickly uninstalled. That game was straight ass. But I've also heard that the original VR Hitman, you know, the Hitman 1, 2, 3 for PC and PS4, is also pretty rough. But I've never played those. But the newly released World of Assassination VR it's so crazy. I play a lot of VR games. I play a lot. I play so many VR games, but this is easily the most fun I've ever had playing anything, VR or not. I feel more free playing this version of the game than I do any other way. Peeking around corners, poking my gun over a wall to get a shot at a target I can't see directly right in the face, throwing objects around corners while my back is pressed up against them, or my personal favorite, running up to a small group of enemies with a suitcase of propane tank, throwing it at one dude's head, grabbing it before it hits the ground, and swinging it at the nearest guy.
Possible.
Just look for a combination code like...
That was tight. That feels awesome. Also, I love pistol whipping my enemies. I pistol whipped so many dudes just because it feels awesome to do. And now you can double pistol whip. You can double pistol whip. That's awesome. Not to mention, throwing objects in the game just feels awesome. You have it in your hand and just like, wah, throw it. It's awesome. The gunplay here is also much better because you can aim more easily. You can aim like this. It's no longer like, Woody, my crosshair right? Like you can physically see where you're aiming at. There's none of that over the shoulder shit where you gotta make sure you're not touching. You can like put your arm over objects and shoot that way. It's awesome. It's so like, the base game is so good. The VR mode just, it only elevates the game. Seeing through the eyes of 47 definitely makes you feel like a predator. But the game is not without its issues. The VR mode I find is generally more unstable than the flat version, while also having the issues of the flat version. One of my most notorious issues that happen is sometimes caused by holding something in my left hand and trying to go through a door, to which the game responds by immediately crashing. But otherwise, it is a solid experience. The plot of the game is your average spy thriller nonsense. In the first series, we're hired by a shadow client to kill seemingly unrelated targets, only to learn that they're all members of a super secretive evil organization. And we task ourselves with hunting the shadow client to learn that the client and 47 are actually brothers, and they're both products of a secret weapons program funded by that organization. And then we spend the rest of the 2 games systematically slaughtering the member of this organization until they point their guns at us. And now we're on the run. And they hire our handler to run that org. And with our help, she destroys it from the inside. And then we go back to our lives as a regular Hitman outfit. The story's fine. It's not really where the game shines, but it's still fun. So as far as VR goes, it is just fun. I feel like a shark every time I play. A shark disguised as waitstaff, but a shark nonetheless. I've played tons of VR games in the 10 months that I've had a VR headset, and easily some of the most immersive games I've ever experienced in my life in these short 10 months. Bone Labs, Blade and Sorcery, Resident Evil 4, the other Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, Half-Life Alyx, Alien Rogue Incursion. All of these were so much fun, but none of them even compare to the sheer fun I've had in Hitman. I felt like a kid again. It felt like the first time I played Prey 2017 or Dishonored. When I started playing VR games, it felt like the future I had always imagined with gaming. And when I played Hitman in VR, it felt like the first video game I've ever truly played. And I know what I'm about to say applies to the flat version as well, but this is just, the VR version really is different. Like the game feels limitless. And when you see through the eyes of 47 and you can truly see and realize that, it is superb. When you play the mission on top of the world in Hitman 3 and you look out to the horizon, it feels limitless. Like truly, it's the thing that dreams are made out of.
Are you in position?
I'm heading towards the point of entry.
Good. Get back to me when you're there.
I know VR is a small niche and not a lot of people are really willing to give it a shot or even a second shot. But Hitman VR is such a spectacular VR experience. On top of being an already impeccable gaming experience. The cost of admission, it might be too high for many, but I truly hope that everyone gets an opportunity to try this. Because the VR mode is really special. Hitman World of Assassination in VR is the most video game a video game can be. Okay, so there's some stuff that I wanted to add to the review. We are live streaming the edit right now, and I just wanted to say that while Hitman doesn't seem like it, Hitman is going to go down as one of the greatest games of all time. The options for players are limitless. The things we can do as players just are... The game wants you to play the game how you want to play the game. If you want to play this whole game and not physically kill a single person, you can play this game and not physically kill a single person. That is the coolest. Like, if you can do a like I know it doesn't seem like you can do a pacifist run in this game, but you can do a pacifist run in this game. If you want to do a kill 'em all style, you can do a kill 'em all style. However you want to play it. If you want to make all the deaths appear natural or accidental or like acts of God or whatever, you can do those things. All of those things are possible. The game is limited only by your imagination. And as someone with severe ADHD, it rewards a lot of what my ADHD is. You know, the focusing on the dumbest elements, the memorizing things I have no business memorizing. Like, this game rewards that kind of behavior. And on top of that, it is absolutely an immersive sim. You don't get to hear that often about a lot of games. You know, we don't talk about a lot of games being immersive sims anymore. But Hitman is probably the last greatest immersive sim. I think it is the best thing to happen to gaming since, say, Dishonored or Prey. No one talks about those things, and I want to open that discussion and say that Hitman is going to go down as one of the greatest games of all time and should be regarded with respect. It deserves it. It deserves that respect. Anyway, that's it. That's the video. Wash out.